Okay guys, welcome back to a brand new video. Now today I'm going to be answering some questions and reading through this thread that I saw on the closing of the ARK Survival Evolved servers. Now we do obviously have the official date that the servers are closing down on, August 31st. That is when obviously we'll be playing ARK Survival Ascended, and the servers will be closing on that date, August 31st. I wanted to read through this as I thought it looked very interesting. It was very popular, and it's good to just see what people are saying and everything in the community. And I'm going to be able to try and answer as many questions as you guys have asked in this thread. I know it's going to be a very sad day. All those years of playing over the last like 7 to 8 years it's been going on for, which is crazy to think. So yeah, but don't worry, that it's not like they're all going to vanish. That was one of the questions I see everywhere. You can have your save on an unofficial server, but officially that is where obviously you do have to worry, because that is what is going to be wiped. But anyway, if you guys do enjoy, smash that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel. New community crunch tonight, so I'll be making videos on all of that new stuff. But anyway, so the closing of ARK Survival Evolved official servers. What a crazy day this is going to be. I mean, to think that it's all going to start completely fresh after these years, it's a bit scary thinking about it. But anyway, so, hello, hello. Been on ARK Survival Evolved since 2017. I've brought all the games, expansions, and I'm on Xbox One. I cannot afford to buy another game system. All the years I put into the server and the game is going to just vanish. If you already have the game, shouldn't the game be discounted for the users that already have all the games? I have all the games and I understand it's going to be Unreal Engine 5, but I still don't want to pay of this game all over again. What will you do for players on Xbox One or PS4? How will the servers save our dinos, buildings, and everything like that? So yes, unfortunately, this is the one very sad thing about the upgrade to Unreal Engine 5 to, the next generation consoles, is it's not cheap. It's just not cheap at all. Gaming's expensive now. Like, it's always been expensive, but, it's crazy. Sometimes when I have friends that don't play games as much as they used to years ago and stuff, and they come back to it, they don't want to spend £500-600 or being able to afford it on these consoles and stuff. So it's very frustrating if ARK is your main game and this is what's going to happen. So regarding the question, what will you do for players on Xbox One or PS4? How will the servers save our dinos and buildings? So what will be happening is the servers will be taken down. ARK Survival Evolved isn't just vanishing. The whole game, when Ascended comes out, the whole game is still going to exist. It's always going to be there, and you can still play on unofficial servers. So you can still play online with friends. You can still do all of that stuff. That's not going away. It just won't be on the official servers against random people and on those official servers. Now I'm sure you'll still be able to jump on and random people will join your servers on unofficial and all of that stuff. So it's not like the game's going away. It's not all going to vanish, because the server saves will be available to take and move from that official onto your unofficial or single player, which I will do a video on closer to the time when Wildcard give us that information to show you guys how to be able to do this if you're not moving over to Survival Ascended when it does come out in August. So, I asked the same question. So far, all I see is the option to rent a server, which is not an option for many people. I paid for ARK years ago, so I don't understand having to pay for a remastered version. But for those that want to continue playing, to play their original save, there must be an option for console players to have to save to single player. I hope they work something out. So yeah, pretty much. Don't worry about that. As I just mentioned there, you'll be able to have your save. It's an April Fool's joke. They already mentioned weeks ago that the saves move over to the Unreal Engine 5 version. No, that is not the case. Unfortunately, it's not an April Fool's joke. As much as I know a lot of people wish it would be. So I'm still super confused on ARK 1 official server shutting down. When does everything go to single player? Will I be able to keep my dinos and bases? If so, how will it work? If you were in a tribe, does all that stuff stay or what? I've never been through this, so if someone could really explain it to me, it would appreciate. So I wanted to read this, which was, I don't know how it will work this time, but last time they did this with the legacy and they uploaded the server saves for us to download. We could then place those files in our local Steam saved files folder, and the world was available as our single player world. Note that it's the whole server, and you can visit other people's bases and then they can visit yours if they download that server saves. It's an exact snapshot of whatever they did save. Last time they couldn't include our character info due to something with privacy, although it was expected they could until the last minute, so maybe they will be able to do it this time. I just used console commands to force join my tribe and use some other commands to give that character experience and engrams, and that was that. It was a lot easier than the way I'm explaining it, and I bet there'll be plenty of guides and YouTube VODs on how to do it nearer the time. Just keep sure just make sure you keep refreshing the timers until then. So big massive shout out to this person that posted it, because this is pretty much the way it did work for Legacy, and it will be pretty much exactly the same, and I'm sure you'll be able to keep your characters as well. There's no way they'll just get rid of the character you've worked so hard to build over the years and stuff, so don't worry. Nothing is going to vanish. It is all going to be safe. That is probably going to be one of their number one priorities, considering a lot of the community is angry, very angry about the server shutting down. They're going to have to make sure they show love to people that are going to continue to play ARK Survival Evolved, because at the end of the day, ARK Survival Evolved is what has made the game so big to this day and given them the option to do all of this stuff. So don't you worry, guys. Anyway, so the next one, 2 wildcard. I will not be paying for the new ARK game that I've already paid for. I've been loyal to wildcard and ARK from the beta, and this will be the 4th time I have to restart and rebuild my tribe from the ground up because of poor actions and decisions of your team. Why do you think that your actions of shutting down a game that everyone fought? Okay, I can't actually read that, but anyway, I get what they mean, and I get what they mean, just doesn't want to pay for the game again. I'm calling for a boycott of this move, and boycott for the upcoming ARK 2. So I don't agree for a boycott for to remove the upcoming ARK 2. I personally think ARK 2 is a good future thing, because if it's, at the end of the day, sometimes you have to move on to new things, and that's what I was happy with ARK 2. But I understand the frustration with Survival Ascended, because it feels like a very strange, quick 1.5 year project to then move on to ARK 2. So feels very odd. I am also worried that there could also be a chance that Survival Ascended does so well and then ARK 2 doesn't come out at the end of 2024. But the reason I do think that they'll stick to the ARK 2 release date, how many times have you said that, Dom, is because that they're only going to be making money off all the sales of Survival Ascended. They will be making money off mods and other little other in-game purchases like that, but it's not going to be the bulk of the money. If they kept to their thing, making us pay for DLCs again, then I'd be worried they'll delay it. But because they want to be able to bring out a new game, make even more money, bring out more new DLCs for ARK 2, I think they will stick to it this time. But it does still seem quite strange for this ARK 1.5 kind of being released for only 1.5 years. And I think that is pretty... so I think we need to be able to continue on ARK Survival Evolved to ARK Survival Ascended. I have all the games already for the upgrades. I don't mind paying like $10 for that, but not the entire game. And what about Xbox One players? Okay, yeah. So I think a lot of people have the same questions for the characters and stuff. So I've answered that. But yeah, paying, you are gonna be paying for a full remastered version, which in gaming, you know, games like Resident Evil 4, they come out as a remastered version and people pay full price for them and they're amazing and they get good reviews. I'm not saying that's the way Wildcard should have gone down. I generally do think the next stage should have just been ARK 2. But the, you know, remasters do cost the same as normal games, and that's how every other platform does it. As much as it would be nice to say I only want to pay the $10, you know, just the game industry just doesn't work like that. So it is very frustrating. I think that, in your guys' opinions, when should the servers be shutting down? That's, as I said, 31st of August is when it's happening. And I think that's pretty much all I'm going to read through, to be honest. There's lots and lots to read through. But it was good to see someone posted in the roadmap from before. But yeah, I just thought it would be a good video to read through some and answer some questions of people that are generally haven't seen the roadmap. And they're like, I've been told by people, they're just like, you know, randomly, oh yeah, by the way, all of this is gone or all this is shutting down. And you're going to instantly panic because you've put years and years, especially I've been on ARK Survival Evolved since 2017. Imagine that is what you've literally been playing for all of those years to then find out all the years later that it could all be gone. So don't worry. One thing for this is you're not losing everything. Just the one thing that's happening is the official servers will be gone, but unofficial will still be there. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys. As I said, I'll be keeping you guys up to date with all of the content, everything that's going on. So be sure to be subscribed and leave a like. And I will catch you in my next video for the community crunch later. See you guys then.